Is the audio and the sound system in the Tesla Model 3 range good enough? A lot of our viewers have this question. Do we really need to spend that extra amount to upgrade to the higher trim just to get a better sound system? Well, that's exactly the question we'll be answering in today's video. Before we do that though, make sure to hit that subscribe button to see more content from us like this. And if you do end up finding this video useful, be sure to smash that like button as well for the YouTube algorithm. Let's go. So to start off with, let's give you a little bit of overview about the speaker configuration, just so that you have a high level understanding of the differences between the different trims. So the standard Range Plus model comes with 8 speakers, a single amp and no subwoofer with limited immersive sound. Now if you do go for the upgraded longer range or the performance model, they come with 14 speakers, 2 sets of amps and a subwoofer as well with full immersive sound. So before we move on to the sound test, let's talk about some of the audio settings that are available for us to adjust in the infotainment system. So on the first screen here, you will see a 5-band equalizer, which you can easily move around and adjust as per the taste of music that you like listening to. You will also see an option for immersive sound, which is essentially Tesla's version of in-house Dolby audio. What it does is it widens the sound stage and gives you more of a surround sound effect, which I personally really like listening to, but you can easily turn this off if you like more of an original audio mix. Now we'll be leaving all these settings as default so we can analyze the performance of the system as how Tesla tuned it from the factory. Let's move on to the balance tab. Now a lot of people actually find the speakers in the Model 3 to be very front heavy. So what they tend to do is move the slider slightly back to be just under the footwell to get more of a balanced sound. But once again, for this test, we will leave it in the center as per default. The audio in a Tesla can be played through multiple different sources, but for the purposes of this review, we will be playing audio over Bluetooth and giving you a sound demo based on this. Speaking of which, I will be keeping the camera along with the microphone in 4 different locations in the car, alongside each headrest in each of the passenger seats. This will give you a better taste of the overall performance of the sound system from every single angle. We will also be comparing this sound system to the audio system of a competitive EV, the Nissan Leaf. This will give you a better idea of how the system in the Model 3 Standard Range Plus stands up against other cars as well. To ensure consistency in our tests, I've made sure that the sound settings in the Nissan Leaf are also kept to their factory defaults. I'll also try and make sure that the volume levels are kept consistent across both cars, so you get a better representation of the audio coming out from both cars. Now in our audio test, we will have 3 tests side by side. Tesla with the immersive sound off, another one with the immersive sound set to on in the standard setting, and another test with the Nissan Leaf. So let's now jump straight to the sound demo. So now with that sound demo out of the way, let's get on to my subjective opinion. Now, unfortunately, I'm no audiophile, so I'll try to describe all this to the best of my abilities. Let's kick things off and talk about the lack of sub-bass extension. So here, the lack of the subwoofer unit does somewhat impact the depth in the sound. But overall, it still sounded quite punchy to me and not as tinny as most people make it out to be. Yes, obviously comparing it side by side to the premium package sound in the higher Tesla trims, you will notice the lack of bass, but comparing it by itself, it definitely sounded great to me. Especially comparing it to the Nissan Leaf, I felt that the Tesla actually did a better job. The mids and the highs were also well balanced. Now, as far as the soundstage goes, I felt that the system did a phenomenal job of not only separating out the instruments, but also giving you a great sense of width and depth, even though most of the speakers are located at the front of the car. I should, however, mention that if you are an audiophile, you may want to turn off immersive sound just to get better sound accuracy. Only keep this on if you enjoy listening to this type of virtual sound surround, which I definitely do, and Tesla does a fantastic job at tweaking it and making sure that it sounds really nice. Now, a really interesting thing about the Tesla Model 3 standard range is that there are actually 4 extra speakers on the front doors here that are actually present in the car but not wired to the system. Now, to me, this doesn't make sense why Tesla would do this, but you can actually get an audio upgrade kit which does enable the speakers that are behind these pillars. Now, this is a very complicated process that involves taking off the panels, wiring up the system, putting it all back together. But if you do like to see us do this, do comment down below. Now, what I don't understand is Tesla does have some other optional software upgrades that you can just purchase, and software unlocks that feature for you. So why not actually have these speakers connected, since the hardware is there, and offer it as an optional purchase upgrade? I mean, to me that makes sense, and I would certainly be the one that would upgrade and get the benefits of this sound system. But oh well, a man can dream. So to sum it all up, the sound system in the Model 3 Standard Range Plus is actually quite decent, and I quite enjoyed listening to it. So me personally, I wouldn't pay the extra premium to upgrade to a longer range or a performance model just for the sound system if I didn't have a need for the extra range or the other features that those cars offer. If this video helped you out in any way, be sure to smash that like button for us and hit subscribe so you can see more content from us like this. While you're at it, go check out our channel for other videos on all Tesla things and all EV related topics. And until next time, stay charged.